Welcome back. Thank you for being here this day. Joining us is Cindy Jackson, who's the program leader for Safe and Sound at Erlanger and Safe Kids Greater Chattanooga area, along with Christy Smith. Christy is with the Chattanooga-Hamilton County Health Department. I don't think it's health, I think it's health department. And we're going to discuss a new program called Countdown to Drive. But before we do that, I've asked Cindy to tell us a little bit about this kind of weather, people out riding sleds, doing some things that unfortunately could result in a visit to the ER.
Right. Safe Kids website has a whole list of information about winter safety sports, and we usually aren't involved in those here, except with our snowfall this last week. We see a lot of kids out there sledding. Just remember that they're prone to getting head injuries with sledding, and they need to wear some type of a helmet. There have not been approved sledding specific helmets, but if you use a bicycle helmet or a skateboard helmet, that will help protect your head and prevent an injury. The other thing is you want to make sure you're sitting up on the sled instead of laying down, going face first down a hill. When you're going down the hills, you want to make sure you're not going into some open water, into into traffic, into the street, or where there's large crowds of people where you could either hurt people or with them falling, you could get hurt.
And that info's on your website.
It is. Safe Kids.
Yeah, Safe Kids. All right, good. All right, now Christy, tell me about this Countdown to Drive.
Okay. Countdown to Drive is a program for pre-drivers. So it's for your 7th, 8th, and 9th graders who are maybe going to be starting to drive very soon. It is a program
much to the chagrin of parents.
It is a program that Safe Kids has developed, and so I'm working with Cindy to help launch it in the community. And it's a program where the student and the parent makes a pact together to be a safe passenger, because before they can be a safe driver, they need to be a safe passenger. So we want to remind them to not distract the driver, especially if they're driving or riding with someone who is a new driver. We want to remind them not to speak too loudly or to have music too loud. And we want to remind them, of course, to always use their seatbelt.
You mean if you do something like, no, don't do that? That's not the thing to do.
Right.
Don't do that, don't do that.
And so the concept is that they'll make an agreement with their parent to always wear their seatbelt, and then have some other things that are negotiable that they can do, that it's a decision with the parent whether or not they can ride with someone who is 17 or 18. And if they follow those things, then they get rewards, but if they don't, then there's consequences, of course.
And this program, is it already underway, or is it beginning?
It just started this year. It just started a few months ago. The USA office just announced it last month, and we want to get it started in the community. We're thinking that if we have safe passengers today, we'll have safer drivers tomorrow. The kids in this age group, the 13, 14-year-olds, they're almost twice as likely to get killed in a car accident if they're riding with a 16-year-old than they are with anybody else.
What do they do if they're interested in the program? Just contact either one of you? Or?
They can call my office, 778-6691. There is a website, countdowntodrive.org, that they can go in and look at, and we'll facilitate a group. We'll come in and we'll talk to parents, we can talk to teens, or we can talk to them together and show them how to sign up for their contracts.
Countdowntodrive.org.
Correct.
That's very important. Ladies, thank you. Be careful. Be careful out there. You got your helmets?
Yeah.
Now we're going to join Mr. Food in the kitchen. It's buttermilk chicken nuggets. Wow.
Anyone who's got kids knows they all love drive-through fast food.